Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friend. Another new week, yes, another new video. I've got a rather special video today, guys. In the comments I'm getting lots of questions asking, Alan, I'm new to whiskey. Alan, I'm not long on my whiskey journey. I've tried the usual whiskies, Glenfiddich and Glenlivets. Where do I go next? What would you recommend? So today, hopefully, I'm going to recommend 5 recommendations for beginners or newbies to whiskey, but not to discount all you guys that are malt heads and established whiskey drinkers. Hopefully these 5 that I'm going to do will actually bring in, maybe rekindle some old memories, or maybe you still have these on your shelves. Hopefully you're still drinking them, so we'll find out. So the video is, yes, it's aimed at beginners, but I think there's enough in there for your dedicated malt head to get something out of this video. So that's the plan, so let's see how that one goes. Just regarding these top 5 whiskies, guys, or top 5 entry level whiskies or beginner whiskies, these are just purely my opinion. I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds of whiskies out there that could easily be on this list, but these are just 5 that I have on my bar. Or there's bound to be more out there that you guys are into, or you guys are recommendations, or you guys are recommending. But these are just purely 5 that I have on my bar. Without any further ado, guys, just before I crack into the video, just a little bit of housekeeping. You know it's coming, guys, you know you're ready for it. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you very much and welcome back. If you've so happened to pop in for the first time and whiskey's your thing, then you may want to hit that subscribe button, guys. Yes, it's just down below there. Friendly reminder from me today, it doesn't cost you anything, it's completely free, and you're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 4K. Don't forget to click the bell to be kept up to date with any future notifications and any videos that I'm popping out, or any live streams that I'm popping out. Okay, where do we start? I've just got into whiskey. I've tried the Glenlivets, I've tried the Glenfiddich 12s, I've tried the Auchentoshan American Oak, I've tried those kind of real everyday supermarket whiskies. Where do I go next? So hopefully this is where we're going to go, guys. So the first one on the list is going to be, I'm heading over to Glencairn, which is just sitting behind me here, which is the Glencairn 10. I'll come on to that in a little second. Packaging wise, they've just rebranded it Glencairn. Think it looks fantastic. All cardboard, all recyclable, yeah. But the great thing with this, guys, the information on the box is there's oodles and oodles of information on here. Distilled at our own pace. Our barley is only ever dried by air. Our stills are the slowest stills in Scotland. Our casks take 6 years to prepare, so they're preparing that wood 6 years in advance, and it's matured in our own time. So yeah, as Glencairn always say, it's unhurried since 1833. So absolutely fantastic. I picked this one up recently. I treated myself for Christmas. I picked it up for £29.95 at a big department store here in the UK. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of it, or you've been in there. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to start off with this, guys, because this is going to kick in at 40% ABV, so I don't want to get in too high on alcohol content. So this is a great place to start. You'll probably be used to this sort of content if you've done your Glenlivets or you've done your Glenfiddichs. This is no exception. This will keep you on the same sort of par. But the difference with this one is just the sheer quality. The quality, for my opinion, has just gone up a notch now. This one is at 40%. The difference you'll find with this from your Glenfiddichs as well is that this is natural colour. I do believe there's a little bit of chill filtration. I don't think there's a lot, because I don't know if you can see here, guys, it's a little bit cloudy there. But yeah, 40% ABV, it's got an age statement on it, a little bit of filtering going on, but absolutely fantastic. Ticks most of the boxes. Quality wise, in this whiskey, for £30, it's incredible stuff. It's real quality whiskey. It's fruity. It's got lots of apples, oranges, little bit of pineapple. It's even bordering on tropical on the nose. As you get into the palate, it's a little bit fudgy. There's a more toffee comes in, vanillas, sweet honey. It's all very, very sweet on the palate. Glencairn usually always, there's some sherry influence in there. I think this is no exception. As you get into it, it's toffee, it's fudgy, it's honeyed, it's sweet vanilla. It's a complex whiskey. Little bit of spice pops in. You've got some ginger, cinnamon, but definitely some nutmeg. It even borders on being a little bit minty, so there's a little bit of mint in there as well. Heading into the finish, it's lemony, it's orangey. That lemon citrus, that orange citrus is there. It's malty, and there's some really, really nice soft oak, and that little bit of ginger is right on the end there as well. So all in all, this is a really, really nice whiskey. I think what this will do, it'll give you a little bit more complex dram than you're used to with the Glenfiddich and the Glenlivets and any other kind of supermarket whiskey. This will just take you to a nice, just a wee bit more complexity going on in this one. And for the £30, it definitely won't break the bank, guys. If you want to pop out, pick this up. It's absolutely fantastic. It won't break the bank, and it'll start you on the road to where we're going to go next. So that's the first one on the list, which is the Glencairn 10. So moving on to the second one on the list, folks. I'm heading back to one that I have reviewed. I think I reviewed this about 18 months ago. I will pop a link to it above. But we're heading over to Campbelltown. So a nice little region on the west coast of Scotland. Going to do the magical Springbank Thames. Super stuff that. Again, nice and cloudy. The reason I've chose this one, guys, is because we're just taking you that next step up. So we're heading up to, you'll probably hear people talk about natural coloured whiskies. You'll hear people talk about non-chill filtered whiskies. You'll hear them say it has an age statement, and it's going to hit the 46% ABV. So this one ticks all the boxes, folks. It's 46% ABV, has a nice big 10-year-old age statement on there, and it is non-chill filtered, and it's natural colour. Absolutely fantastic. Springbank never lets us down. So yeah, so this is where you want to go next. So when you're ready to get into this one, this is a really, really nice dried fruit, raisin, sultana on the nose. It's toffeed, it's caramel, it's honey. Really, really nice oak notes on this one as well. And this is a little bit more spicier. Definitely some ginger in there. You've got some nice lemon citrus. This one, guys, when you get into Springbank, this is lightly peated. So there's a little hint of smoke in this one. There's not much of it on the nose. There's a little hint on the nose. It becomes a little bit nutty, a little bit earthy, some grassy notes. It's a little bit more mineral. It's salty, it's briny, it's almost bordering on the coastal notes, even some marine notes. Some lovely soft smoke, and it is complex. You're starting to really build up your complexity, guys. So this is now, the whiskies are starting to get a little bit more challenging. So yeah, as you get into the palate, it is oily, it's thick, really thick mouthfeel. That's your non-chill filtration is helping you with that. It's a beautiful arrival. It's creamy, it's buttery, it's a real thick mouthfeel. Those raisins are there. It's much more smoky on the palate than it is on the nose, so there's a little bit of dryness in there, almost sooty. Really, really nice. Then the fruit comes in. It's like a fruit salad. The complexity's there, that it's beautifully balanced between the smoke, the fruit. It then develops and becomes a little bit more savoury, so you've got some nice savoury notes. It's nutty, and then you'll probably hear people talk about Springbank funk. Springbank has this little funky character where sometimes in this one it comes up as a real kind of burnt rubber note. Really nice. You'd be thinking, wow, what is burnt rubber doing in whiskey? But it doesn't affect the taste that much. In fact, it doesn't take it at all. As it develops, it becomes much more berried, raspberry, strawberry. It's such a complex whiskey, guys, and we're starting to get into a whole new level now. Finish wise, it's long, it's lingering. I think the 46%, as you go up in the ABVs, you tend to get more of a kind of longer finish. The quality of the spirit, the quality of the casks. It's a little bit more smoky, it's warming, it's smoky, really nice hint of cigar smoke, a little bit ashy, but yeah, no, really complex whiskey. This one you can pick it up pretty much easy anywhere. Any reputable bottle shop you'll be able to pick it up, and you're looking in the kind of region 35 to 45 pounds, so it's not going to, again, it's not going to break the bank. But absolutely wonderful stuff, and that is the second one on the list. That is the Springbank 10. Okay folks, moving on to the third one on the list. I'm heading back to the Highlands. I'm heading over to Glencairn. So this is probably a distillery, guys. If you're new to whiskey, you might not have come around this. It has a small output, doesn't do a lot of stuff coming out, but like anything, as you can probably pick on the bottle there, it says, big letters just down here, it is unchill filtered, natural colour, and it has 46% ABV just on the bottle there, and it has a 10-year-old age statement. So as we've said earlier, guys, this ticks all the boxes. Wonderful stuff. So happy to have one in my glass here. I poured one earlier. Yeah, this has been covered up by my trusty whiskey friend coin, batch 2 coin, number 1 on this one. Yes, I'll drop a link into the descriptions if you want to get a hold of some coins. If you want to support the channel, feel free to catch up with me down in the comments or down in the description. The difference with this, guys, we're moving on again now, guys. We're moving on to the nose. This is very floral. It just jumps straight out at you. It jumps out summertime, it jumps out light, it jumps out fresh. It's crisp, it's fruity, it's the sweetest one so far. Really sweet notes. It's a little bit spirity on the nose, which again will be down to the 46% ABV. And then I'm picking up some of those lemon notes again. I'm not sure if it's lemon, I always get them mixed up, lemon or grapefruit. It might come out better on the palate. A little bit of banana in here as well in this one. So yeah, it's very fruity. But the difference with this one, this smells like it's a 40% whiskey. We know from the bottle that it's 46, but it doesn't really smell on the nose. It's grassy. It's got that outdoor kind of nose, grassy, out in the fields, out in the country. It's got a real fresh, grassy. Then comes the beautiful, looking at it you would think it would be honeyed, it would be vanilla, but that colour is absolutely fantastic. Again, it's clouded up again, so it's nice and cloudy, non-chill filtered. Again, it's so complex, guys. Every time you go back to it, it's now gone a little bit herbal, picking up some soft spices, maybe some cinnamon, a little bit of clove. It's vibrant, it's engaging. Wow, what a nose. How's it taste? Let's taste it. Slange. There's the 46%. Comes in a little bit assertive, a little bit spicy. It's a soft, delicate arrival, but it builds. But it's so fruity. It's just building now. The little bit of peppery bit coming in, a little nip on the tongue. But it's oily. It's a beautiful mouthfeel. It's thick, coats the whole palate, gets in everywhere. It's still fresh. It's fruity. I'm picking up some melon now, so it's not kind of white fruit, it's melon. Yeah, I think it's lemon, but it's now as it's developing. This is going to be, it is a complex whiskey again. Got the complexity is the key to these whiskies. It's gone nutty, but it's so easy to drink. In fact, I'm going to have another sip. Here comes the honey. Here comes the vanilla. Here comes the sweetness. So sweet, beautifully balanced. As an entry level whiskey, I'm amazed at a big tip of my hat to Glencairn, because it's very rare that a entry level whiskey comes in at this sort of quality. It's almost like a craft whiskey. 46%, 10-year-old age statement, non-chill filtered and natural colour. I picked this up for £33, guys, so it's as cheap as chips. Does it mean you have to spend fortunes on whiskey? Don't let anybody tell you, guys, that the darker it is, the better it is, because this is absolutely phenomenal whiskey. Real quality. If you've never tried this Glencairn, guys, search it out, go and find one. Pretty sure if you're a established malt head, you'll have tried this at some point. But if you haven't, guys, go and find it. Gone a little bit salty now. Nice little sultana note there as well. Absolutely wonderful. Let's see how it is on the finish. It's long, it's lingering, it's warming, it's light, it's fresh, it's crisp. Maybe some cinnamon now, maybe even a wee touch of ginger there maybe on the finish. So easy to drink, so easy. This for me guys would be when you get into sometimes how you're feeling, what time of year, when it is. This for me would definitely be one of those real summertime drams if you really want to give something light, fresh, crisp, mouth-watering. It is mouth-watering. This would be classed as merely a real summer whiskey. But that's the third one on the list, guys. Let's dive into the fourth one. Okay, folks, moving on to the fourth one on the list. I'm giving you a little tour of Scotland at the same time here. We're heading back over to the islands now with the Isle of Arran. Absolutely fantastic. It's a place I hold dear to my heart. First whiskey distillery that I ever visited was in the Isle of Arran. Loved the time, loved it. Didn't pick the right time to go there, but I still had a fantastic time. So anyway, yeah, Isle of Arran. Again, beautiful new packaging. Was a wee bit unsure of the packaging before. Can I get my head round it now? As you see behind me, I've got all the kind of original Arran bottles. I'm now starting to collect these little, what you call them, a little dumpy bottle. But again, it's beautiful. It looks really natural. Again, it's the presentation, guys, we're talking about here. It's all natural presentation. 10-year-old age statement, 46% ABV, non-chill filtered in natural colour, and it states it on the bottle. Fantastic. Got a really nice touch here. It's got some braille on there as well. Really nice. This is the thing that I find with these new bottles at Arran. I'm going to try and get the pop. Got the pop. But you eagle-eye ones will notice there's no glug. Bring back the glug, Aaron. You need to have a look at these bottles to get the glug back. I'm missing the glug. Let me pop my coin on that. I'll cover that up again. But look how light that is, guys. It's so natural colour. But let's set this one up here where you can get a wee look at it. Guys, this ticks all the boxes. I picked it up for £34. This is the quality of the packaging that comes with this. Beautiful box, lots of info on the box, lots of spiel, lots of history about Arran, the water sources and all that, everything. Beautiful little box. Two lovely little glasses in there as well. So for £34 guys, it just shows you don't have to break the bank to pick up some quality whiskey, and this is definitely one of those quality whiskey. So again, this is light, fruity, fresh, lovely, lots of apples, lots of pears, lots of orchard fruit, definitely that honey, vanilla, lots of that malty character, little bit nutty, real nutty note, malty character. Wow, some nice soft spices, real nice. Let's see how it tastes. 46% hits you. A little bit of spicy note on the arrival, maybe some ginger. As it gets past the arrival, it's a lovely mouth feel. It's got a nice oily mouth coating feel to it. It's malty. It's a little bit nutty in character. Maybe some hazelnuts, maybe some almonds. Those orchard fruits are there. Those apples, those pears, the honey, the vanilla. Real nice. How's the finish? Long finish. Lingering, warming. Just goes on for days. Again, that 10-year age statement, guys. Natural colour, non-chill filtered. These are all the great things that you would want if you were new to whiskey, or even you were on you've only a short journey, maybe 2-3 years, and you haven't tried some of these. So hopefully some of these bottles, guys, are going to bring that to you. Maybe some of the bottles that you've not quite come across yet. Some of the statements that people talk about whiskey, about non-chill filtering, about natural colour. There's lots of videos around on YouTube, guys, that can tell you all about those things. What non-chill filtering means, what filtering means, what colouring means, what caramel colouring means. There's lots of things, so I'd shop around. But as regards to the whiskey, these are pure quality whiskies, and they're not that much different in money from your supermarket whiskies, your Glenlivets, your Highland Parks, your Old Pultneys, your kind of Glenfiddich, those Taliskers, those kind of whiskies. Don't get me wrong, they're great whiskies to get you into whiskey. These ones now should just take you to the next level. So that's the fourth one on the list, guys. That's the Arran 10. Let's move on to the last one. Okay, folks, so here we are. We've got time's flying by, so we're on the fifth one, the fifth best 10-year-old on my bar. I've saved this one to the last, not because it's the best of them all. I've saved it to the last because there's a reason for it. It is a peaty whiskey. So as I've been sipping these along with you, I didn't want to get peat all the way through. We're heading over, I'm giving you a little tour of Scotland at the same time. We're heading now over to the Isle of Mull. We're moving over to Tobermory. So this is Lechig. A lot of people call it Ledaig, Lechig. Lechig apparently is the correct pronunciation, the Gaelic pronunciation of it. So yeah, I've got a Lechig 10, 46.3% ABV. It states on the bottle that it's non-chill filtered. Doesn't say anything on it about colour, but I can only presume that that's got a bit of colouring in it. Doesn't detract it. I've got the age, the non-chill filtered, and the 46.3. So I've got 3 out of 4 on the little tick box system. So it gets a pass mark. So that's the Lechig. Let's tell you a little bit about it. Yeah, Tobermory, up there on the Isle of Mull. On the nose of this one, it's really the peat smoke in the shed at the minute is just phenomenal. There's a lot of smoke coming from this. Once you dive into the smoke, it's like some smoked fish, maybe a smoked kipper. It's not all about the smoke and it's not all about the fish. As you get past that, there's a really nice fruity note, some lovely orange notes, bit of banana, bit of pear, real nice fruity character, fruity notes in there. Then comes the caramel, the toffee. I think there's some ex-bourbon casks involved in here. So we've got the toffee and the caramel. Lovely sweet vanilla, but the smoke is heavy, but it's a really nice aromatic nose. Lovely. If you're a peat lover, guys, I know I've saved this one to the last, so hopefully you peat lovers have hung on to the end and you haven't bailed out too early. But yeah, no, this is nice. It's got a real nice, although it's very smoky, but it's lovely and sweet at the same time. Really easy to engage with, really easy to nose. Nothing off-putting. The fish is not off-putting. The kipper's not off-putting. Beautifully balanced on the nose, complex on the nose as well. So that's the thing with all these whiskies, guys. Hopefully they're getting you into a bit more complexity. Moving on from your early entry-level whiskies. These are entry-level whiskies, but they're top-notch. So let's get into the taste. Peaty, it's powerful, it's intense, it's dry, it's nutty, it's savoury. That toffee caramel's there, that's lovely. But then comes the fruit. It's much more fruity on the nose than it is on the palate. So just picking up some fruit, much more fruit. Nosing, palate, it's fruity, but it's covered in a smoke blanket. It's turned a little bit savoury now. Again, the complexity, guys, is incredible. Beautiful balance, little bit of white pepper, there's a little nip now, but it's ashy, it's dry, it's sweet, it's that toffee's there, that vanilla's there. Wonderful whiskey. If you're a peat lover, guys, I have reviewed this. I put this head to head against the Ardbeg 10. I was going to do 5 whiskies, guys, and I've just edged out the Ardbeg 10, but that's another one. And I think the reason I edged that out is the price. I know you can pick it up on offer, but it's priced a little bit higher than this. So it's just breaking your bank. It's just taking you over that £40–45 mark. Even some places heading towards £50. But don't get me wrong, guys, if you've not tried the Ardbeg 10, dive in and get the Ardbeg 10. But this is the one I've brought in today because I think this is value for money, quality of whiskey, presentation. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Let's do a little bit for the finish. It's long, it's smoky. On the finish, there's a little bit of licorice, a little bit of aniseed on the finish, just a nice little hint of it. But it's dry finish. At the same time, it's a dry, ashy, smoky, that sweetness. So the balance right throughout this has been beautiful, right through to the end. Fantastic piece of work at Tobermory. Value wise, I've paid £38 for this. It's a no-brainer at £38, guys. If you're a peat lover, it's got everything. It's got the age statement. It's the 38 quid. It's beautiful quality. This would compete with any young. I actually prefer to get the peated whiskies younger rather than older. I think it helps them be a little bit younger than it is older. But if you like your peated whiskies, this is a definite no-brainer, guys. So that's my 5. And I've thoroughly enjoyed all 5 of these. These are the top 5 10-year-old whiskies on my bar. Over to you. Dive into the comments. Let me know what you think. Have you tried these? Are you new to whiskey? What whiskies have you tried? What whiskies have you not tried? These are certainly 5 that I would recommend to any newbie. Not only would I recommend them to newbies, if you're established malt drinkers, then I'm sure at some point you've tried these. So dive in. Let me know what you think, guys. Are they still on your bar? Are you still drinking them? Have you gone past them now and moved on to bigger things? Cask strength whiskies and stuff like that. Where are you on? Where are these guys? Where do they rate in your kind of whiskey thinking? But for newbies, guys, none of these will break the bank. They're all under £40. All easy to get a hold of. Fantastic whiskies. They're giving you the age statements. They're giving you the non-chill filter. They're giving you the 46 ABV and above. They're giving you all the tick boxes they're ticking. And as a whiskey enthusiast, these are the kind of general guidelines that we go by. Let me know what you think, guys. If you've liked the video, give me the thumbs up. YouTube likes it. Alan likes it. Helps get the channel noticed. And if you've not quite hit the subscribe button, guys, you know where it is now. Just down there. Yep. As always, it's free. Doesn't cost you nothing. And you're helping the channel. I'm going to review all of these, guys. I have reviewed some of them before. 18 months ago, a year ago. I'm going to go back and re-review them over the next couple of weeks. These are probably the next 5 reviews that are going to come out. Not sure what order are going to come out in. As always, the pleasure in the sharing. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.